Today's video, I just thought I'd do something just a bit different. Welcome back to my channel. This is Dave Law here from Get Some Colour in Your Life. This is the reference photo that I'm working from, and it's a photo that I took a couple of weeks ago now in Hebden Bridge. So it's rather a nice photograph of a few buildings. I don't know whether it's the High Street, but it's just near the sort of town centre, Hebden Bridge, and I'm just painting this, not looking to replicate the photograph exactly, but for this week's video I wanted to just spend a little bit more time, get things a little bit more possibly realistic, but spend a bit more time and share that with you. So what I've done, what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to split the video into two parts. So next week you can see the full complete painting of this. So it's not a very long video. I've got just over 13 minutes, so it's definitely a good start, and I didn't want to make a too long of a video, so that's why I decided to do split into two parts. For this video, the materials I'm using are my Fabriano cold press 140 pen paper, which is always nice to use. Then I'm using my Winsor Newton watercolor paints. You can see just how much water I'm using on this paper. So don't be afraid of using too much water. It really, well, I suppose it depends on the quality of the paper that you've got. You may find your paper does warp slightly or buckle. The tape on the paper does help, but just don't be afraid to add plenty of warp. By the way, leave us a comment if you're familiar with Hebden Bridge. It's in West Yorkshire. Just leave us a comment. Let me know if you do know the area. Maybe you're from there. I do appreciate all the comments that I do get. So just adding the tree line you can see in the background there on the photograph. For this, I'm just going to drop in different colours. So I've mixed up a green, mostly from yellow ochre, French ultramarine, and while I've done this, still wet in wet, I'll start dropping in more yellow ochre or just a neat French ultramarine. So you see that I do like to use French ultramarine for shadows in the trees, the darker sort of areas, and I do find that really works quite well. It just helps the greens, it helps the trees to have more interest, so you'll see how I do that just here. So again, I'm not going there. I'm not interested in a perfect painting. I am spending a little bit more time on this, as I did say. So hopefully next week I'll have the finished painting, the finished sort of final touches. So I'm not going to rush. I'm just going to take my time and see how that comes out. So I do apologise for those. I did miss last week's video. I didn't feel I did a painting and I did the video, but I wasn't confident with the video. I didn't think it was a very good video, so I do apologise for that. Sometimes I don't have much time really to get a video together, and so I thought rather than just rush and get a video out there, I thought I'd rather leave it and spend a bit more time. So that's another reason why I'm doing this two-part video. Just a bit better quality, better content. So do leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Please give us a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel and you've not seen this content before, then please do consider subscribing. Usually I do post weekly. I think just the here and now I just don't miss a video, but I'll soon get back on track. So please do subscribe, consider subscribing. Do appreciate that. So just adding the darker parts of some of the painting now, and I'm using the plenty of French ultramarine mixed with Payne's grey and a touch of various other colours that I've already used, and just adding those just to give more sort of depth and contrast. I do find that once you start adding these darker tones, these things do start to sort of come to life. So don't be afraid again to add darker tones. I know for a long time, for me, it was quite difficult to go dark. It seemed to I'd get to a point and just sort of leave the painting. So for me, it's not really finished until you get these different tones on. I do actually have some, I've not tried the Indian paper. So I've got a £200, I think it's classed as a rough, so there's certainly more texture on the paper. Something I've not tried yet, so let me know in the comments if you've used these papers, either Cardi or any sort of Indian paper. The paper that I've got is actually Jackson's. I think it's Two Rivers, or it's an eco paper, I think. So it's Indian made. It's quite thick. I've not actually used a £200 paper before, so I'm quite looking forward to trying that. I just haven't tried it because it's got a deckled edge. I did actually tape a piece to my board. Wanted to try something, but I think I tore the deckled edge with the tape. So that's one of the reasons why I've not used it yet. So any tips, please do share. Best way of using the Indian sort of deckled edge paper. So this stage of the painting is always a really nice stage when you're adding the windows, colouring the windows. It just always gives life to the painting and brings buildings to life. So I really do like this stage, and I will be taking out paint as I do this. So it gives it's always nice to, when you add windows, not to do them all the same tone, but sort of lift and remove some paint as and were, just to give the impression of reflections, reflected light. So it's always good to do that. And you can see the brushes I'm using, they're squirrel mop brushes, so they're not actually very small. I think for my the finish of this painting I will be using smaller brushes, but for now I don't want to get caught up in too much detail. Detail can come later on. So I'm using this brush because it holds plenty of water. You still got a nice point to work with, but you just don't get bogged down with detail. So if you want to loosen up and stop messing with detail, then I'd suggest getting some of these mop brushes, or certainly a bigger brush than what you normally use, because it's kind of hard to do little details with those. Another option that you can use is a Hague brush or the Harke brush. as it's pronounced, the Japanese goat hair brush. They're really quite nice to use if you're painting in a looser sort of style, so they're great for nice big broad washes. I think it's always been quite a challenge for me, especially to loosen up with watercolours. I think the natural sort of thing to do when you start out watercolour painting is just to try and get all the details and fiddle around with all the small sort of details. So it's almost drawing with your paints. And that's one thing that it took a long time to sort of get used to loosening up. So it really is essential to use bigger brushes just to avoid messing around. So the brush I'm using now is, you can see, it's quite a smaller brush, just getting the smaller sort of details and windows. I will be using even smaller than this, just for the finer sort of end details. And I may even use some pen, some sort of inkwork drawing pens to finish this painting, which you will see in the next video. So like I said, it's going to be a two-part video, this one. Let me know what you think in the comments, if this is something that you would like to see, if I do more sort of two-part videos. It just saves using longer videos. Just keep my videos quite short, but I want to still use take my time with the painting, so I want to get more sort of detailed, more sort of advanced in watercolors. So that's one of the things I want to do, is take things just to the next level, show you how to finish off painting using more sort of detail and almost a more realistic sort of painting. So again, if you let me know in the comments what you think, any ideas of what to paint, anything that you would like help with, just leave us a comment and I'd be more than happy to help if I can. Okay, I think I'm getting to a point where I'm happy to stop for this first part of this painting. Just getting all the signs and windows all done, and then my next the next half of this painting will be just finishing everything, bit of brickwork, a bit more detailed on the building, a bit more tidying up on the windows, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you like this one. Thanks for watching. Again, leave any comments. Please do like this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.